Overall corpora management. You are now aware of some of the criteria for judging whether or not to include a single language document in a special language corpus. So what goes into overall corpus and corpora management? Well, corpus management consists of 4 stages: document submission, verification and reliability rating, data analytics, and corpus maintenance. During the documentation stage, not only is the information product submitted, but information about the author and the characteristics of the publication are submitted as well. This information might include things like the author's family name, the author's given name, the author's nationality, the author's ethnicity and race, the variant of the language of an author's work or the dialect, the title of the author's work, word count of the author's work, subject field, text type, publisher, the date of publication of the author's work, the place of publication of an author's work, and a URL to an author's work, and any additional comments that a person who is submitting a document to a corpus might have. Note that the more that you can standardize the way that a person is submitting information about the information product that they are submitting for your corpus, the better you'll be able to conduct later data analytics on your corpus. When going through and next completing the step of verification and reliability rating over the items submitted to a corpus, there's 2 axes on which you'll want to judge the reliability of a publication. And ideally, the verification stage would take place, would be completed by a person who did not submit the corpus item. So you'll want to determine, first of all, is this a reliable author who has written the document that has been submitted to the corpus? Next is the publication in which the author has published their work, a reliable publication. So you can see on the reliable author axis, you could do something like a 1 to 2 stars list, where you have no stars for an unvalidated author, 1 star for a subject matter expert who is not a mother language speaker of the corpus language, and 2 stars for a subject matter expert who is a mother language speaker of the corpus language. On the reliable publication side, you'll give no stars for an unvalidated publication, 1 star perhaps for an approved publication with unverifiable QA processes. This would be if you're seeing a lot of typos within the publication, if it just looks like the research conducted by an organization is not conducted with care, and 2 stars for an approved publication with verifiable QA processes. That would be chapters and articles, like I said earlier, that have double-blind review processes where very careful selection criteria are implemented before publishing an author. In terms of the data analytics stage of corpus management, this is where you'll want to verify whether you have achieved the objective of unbiased representation. Remember, a corpus gets its overall reliability from not overly representing one group of people, one type of publisher, publications from one country. So one thing you might want to look at is the nationalities and races and ethnicities represented among authors of the texts that you've included in the corpus. If your corpus is overpopulated by texts written by Caucasian Americans, that's a problem. And so you would want to go out and look for texts by Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, and Black Americans if you're building a corpus from subject matter experts of the United States specifically. We're always looking for unbiased representation and not having one group of people be overrepresented in our corpus data. From an ethical standpoint, companies that do not have important linguistic From an ethical standpoint, companies that do not have important linguistic assets in place for verifying the accuracy of their products should not produce those products. Or the products they produce should be priced as low-grade translation. Companies that build and maintain corpora in the languages and specialized subject fields in which they work are more likely to be able to verify the accuracy of terminology used within their language products and to match the linguistic conventions of subject matter experts of the fields in which they work. Corpora management also allows companies to produce more specialized machine translation engines. Yet many language service providers do not build and maintain the corpora that would allow producers to produce consistently accurate work. Corpora management is therefore a sign of ethical operations and localization maturity.